Howdy, howdy, folks. It is Diecastbuffet here again. Welcome back to our NASCAR Diecast review. And today, well, oh boy, we got a fun one. Yeah, you can see the door number is screwed up. Almost, actually, on both sides, it is screwed up. So this is going to be a fun Diecast review. If you haven't already, please give it a huge thumbs up. And let's go ahead and open it up. Alrighty, folks, ready to get old box, and oh my goodness, yeah, this thing is probably not going to see the light of day after the decade's over, because this one's probably going to end up in a custom diecast scrap bin, because yeah, this one's, oh my gosh, look how screwed up that 18 is. My goodness, that is bad. Like, you can screw up the little chocolate joints over here, you could screw up the ethanol decal, but just don't screw up the door numbers, guys. Even the roof number is bent. Oh boy. This is a shame, because this is the only time we'll ever get an Ethel M Gen 6 car, probably ever, or Gen 7, I should say. Let's go ahead and dive into this diecast review. So you got Ethel M chocolates right there on the hood. I like this design. It's kind of unorthodox, a little bit of a gap here, but a little bit more detail than you usually see. It's a really nice front end of the car. Kyle Busch right there. This was ran at the Spring Las Vegas race, which, if I remember it correctly, he had a great chance to win it before Bowman the Showman backed into it. Wink, wink. Got the number, Bowman, hey man, that cat can win some races. Got number 18, Sunoco, Joe Gibbs Racing, Sunoco once again. And let's take a closer look at the left side of this diecast. The silver lining with this, fellas, is that if I get a screwed up diecast, odds are you're probably not going to get one, because, I get the bad eggs sometimes, like that Blaney car that had a Ford logo on the headlight. But for other diecast purchases out there, like maybe a Chris Busch or whatnot, feel free to use that shipping code down below, guys, to help you save on shipping. You can check that out down below. But let's dive into this one here. So the paint scheme pattern is really, really awesome. If you exclude the screwed up number 18, you have the chocolate, that it's a three-dimensional look to it. You have shadows, kind of a little bit of a shine to it. You got the Ethel M logo right there. Not really a big fan of chocolate. I don't eat that stuff anymore. But you have Interstate batteries. You got the Ream decal there, but behind that you have like a cactus and some aloe vera or some type of western like desert plants, which is pretty cool. I got DeWalt right there. The B post decal is a little bit wonky, Joel. Got Toyota, Joe Gibbs Racing. I think that's Twix, Snickers, Skittles, Pedigree, and Sherwin-Williams. Got Rowdy, Cup Series. Got a scratch or something right there. And the Goodyear decal took a hike as well. That's always great. Let's go to the back end of the car. I think the back end of the car is actually looking pretty well. Got Camry, EthelM.com, got Toyota, got the TRD logo. My goodness, man, this diecast. Oh, this is one of those paint schemes I really wanted to come out really good, because it's like, this is one of my favorite Kyle Busch paint schemes. I loved his Gen 6 version of it, so the idea of having it in the Gen 7 car is really cool. I'm a big fan of the color. I love like the 50s vintage stuff. I really like that. So to me, this car kind of has a little bit of a pastel retro look to it. And man, how do they screw up the door numbers like that, guys? Like, is the decal set that bad? And they had to stretch it across the whole side of the car. I mean, look at the TRD logo, guys. Yeah, this is definitely a car that needs to go into a custom diecast bin and be remade into something else, because this car ain't it, Chief. It's definitely a this one should have been called back. So go to the roof of the car, and it's very hard to see, but there's a little bit of a curvature with the 18. Now, I don't know about you. I've been watching stock car racing for 2 decades now. I know that number 18, number 1, is perfectly straight. There's no curvature, so somehow they found a way to screw up that one as well, which is great. But you know what? I'm not going to overreact of it. You know why? Because I can always just make this into something else. I can make a cool Kurt Busch monster car or something out of it. EthelM.com, Kyle Busch. Gets over here on the decklet, which is so weird to see contingencies on the decklet, I might add. Sherwin-Williams, Lincoln Welders, Mobile One. Doosan, Mac Tools, and Simeon's, and whatever that middle logo is. It looks like a Shelby decal, but that's besides the point. So this Kyle Busch diecast, it is botched. It is unfortunately screwed up. I've been kind of putting off this review for a while, because I'm like, every time I look at it, I'm like, this is screwed up, That's screwed up, and it bugs me, because I would love to be talking about how amazing of a paint scheme this is instead of a botched door number, but if we just, ignore the door numbers for a moment, I love the paint scheme. I really do. The color selection is very unique. It's very, very nice. Kind of reminds me of a 2011 Andy Lally paint scheme. Just very vaguely, not exact match, not by any means, but it just has kind of that obscure green kind of color to it. I love the three-dimensional chocolate on the side. Really reminds me of the M&M's paint schemes, and then the little desert touch in the back corner. Really nice. The hood logo, I love this. I don't know why, but I love this. The way the chocolates wording kind of just, ribbons across where the hood pins are and the little chocolate decal there. Just a really cool-looking paint scheme. And they botched it. And they screwed it up. It's all good, though, fellas. Thank y'all so much for watching, fellas. I love y'all. If you can, please give it a huge thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. And, the silver lining, I guess you could say, for this review is that if I get one like this, odds are you're probably not going to get one because they already got the bad egg in the carton. So that's always great. That's all for now, fellas. Have a great one. Diecast Buffet. God bless. Signing off.